back into the forest, as you can see, because it's really foggy and really beautiful. A while ago I did a challenge of photographing the landscape with a 50mm lens. Today I decided to take another challenge and to photograph the landscape with an 85mm lens. So my setup was going to be a Canon 6D and the 85mm lens 1.8. My approach is going to be a little different because I'm used to photograph with about 24, 35 or 50mm lens inside the forest. But if I'm going to use an 85mm lens, first I'm going to try and use that wide aperture. It will give me the opportunity to blur some elements and keep the subject in focus. As you can see, I'm approaching an area where there's a little bit of sidelight. So what I'm hoping is to have details in front of me, to have something interesting in front of me, and use that sidelight to have a little bit of mystery. The first shot that I'm going to take is going to be a panorama, and I'm going to shoot it at f2.8, trying to have a plane in focus and then the back of the photo in some kind of a blur. What I liked was this tree with these leaves over here, so I want the side light on that, and the focus is going to be over here, and the panorama is going to start somewhere around here and will encompass all this area over here. Now I hope to have enough side light and I hope to have enough darkness in this area to create an interesting image. So in the end, it's this game of light and darkness, sharpness and blurriness that I want to keep on using inside this forest with the 85mm lens, because I think this is the essence of this challenge. Using this lens as it is, I know what I can do at f8, at f11, at this kind of focal length. Here is a perfect example of light and darkness. Look how light comes from the sideway, and look how the trees are in silhouette, but the leaves kind of receive a little bit of the light. The biggest problem that I'm having right now is adjusting to the focal length. When I'm photographing using the lens that I'm usually using, it's very easy to position myself. I know exactly where to sit if I want to photograph with the 17, with the 24, 35. Such a beautiful day inside the forest. It rained a lot the last few days here, and because of the warmth of the sun, we have this beautiful fog inside the forest right now. Difficult to concentrate to speak in a moment like this, and you need to be here by yourself, listening to the birds in this mysterious foggy forest to understand the statement. It's difficult to concentrate on speaking to you. It's very easy to just photograph and just enjoy the moment. I mean, today it's Thursday and it's 11:49 in the morning, and I'm here photographing this trail over here. And if you're photographing it like this, it's going to be a straight line, but the minute you switch to this side and you go a little tighter, as the 85 will allow it, then you kind of get a little bit of diagonal. I received a message yesterday on Instagram from someone, and that person told me that he really liked my forest photography, but he also sent me a question: Why do I photograph so much inside the forest? But before answering to this question, if you like the photos that you're seeing, on my website there's a course, an online video course on how I edit my forest photography. So if you're interested, now back to the question, why I'm photographing inside the forest? Well, for me the forest is a place where I really can find myself. It's something that it's closely related to the fairy tale stories that my grandma used to tell me when I was a little child, and all this atmosphere, it's closely connected to the myths, to the folklore of my country, and it's magic, it's mysterious, it's interesting, and it's very difficult to photograph. Not many people can photograph in the forest and the result will be an interesting photo. It's not like I'm bragging right now, but in some way I am. Let me show you something really interesting. So, because of the humidity, this butterfly can't fly right now. It just sits there, waiting for its wings to dry, and a pure moment, if you ask me, where you can observe such a delicate creature standing still in front of you. It's something that you really can't buy. Experiences like this, I don't know, makes you think different of life, of everything that's around you. Trying to find my position again, the place from where I want to photograph. And again I have a trail, and I have, I think from how the water went down the trail, there are some marks, and I'm going to use them as a leading line. And the most important thing here, I think, is the focus point, because I'm photographing at f2.2 and it will blur a lot of things. So I'm going to focus on that tree that is different from the other trees. It's raining pretty bad right now. Pretty bad. And I have to cross the forest. I need to get there. But I don't know if I'll just wait for a few minutes for the rain to stop. It's raining for about half an hour right now, and I'm gonna take all my clothes and reach for the car. Mainly because I left my car in a place where I hope it's not gonna be that muddy and I will be able to go back home. Now, hope you like it. Place a comment if you like it, subscribe if you're here for the first time. You can also buy one of my editing courses, the link is in the description of this video. Until next time, keep on photographing, is the only way that you can get better. Bye bye, and I'll get home really wet.